So tonight we are going to make the egg yolk for what they call the golden shrimp that you get at any hibachi place or something like that. And my daughter's coming to visit for the holidays and it's one of her favorites. So I figured I would make that for her. So hopefully she enjoys it. So right now what we're gonna do is we have 4 eggs. We're gonna use the egg yolks only. So we're gonna separate them. We have a half a teaspoon of salt and we'll mix that in with the egg yolks when we put it through the blender. And we have regular vegetable oil, which is, we're probably gonna be adding a little bit, so when it's said and done, we might have about a half a cup. All right, so now we're gonna do the separation, and hopefully it works good for me. What you wanna do is you wanna crack your egg, and just roll them in there, back and forth. And that'll separate them. And just put your egg yolks in one. Since we're not gonna use that, it's all going in there. So we're gonna do 4 of these. So now we're gonna crank it up a little bit so it's gonna get a little noisy. What I'm gonna do now is the eggs and the salt have already blended. So now we're gonna start adding oil, just a little bit at a time. You don't wanna add it all too fast. This takes a few minutes, so we're gonna show you the process here and then we'll come back and show you the end result. It's gonna take a while, but once it gets there, it'll harden and it'll all blend real well. So now I'm gonna shut it down so we can show you what the consistency is of it. And as you see, it's starting to thicken up pretty good. So we're still gonna add a little more oil to it until we get a little thicker. It'll finish thickening once we get it in the fridge overnight. And it should get to the point where you can actually dip it with a spoon and it's a real thick tapioca-like
consistency.
A little more oil. And you want to be careful when you start this up if you've got one of these KitchenAids, because it'll splatter oil everywhere. Just put it on high and let it rip. So now what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more oil to it. And hopefully it'll be enough oil. So we'll try it one more time. A minute. Give it a minute. What we have now is, it seems to be consistent enough, so let me go ahead and bring this down. If you notice this, let me shut that off so you can hear me. It's holding its shape pretty good right now, so that's pretty much the consistency we want. Yeah, that looks good. So now what we'll do is we'll put this in our bowl, we'll cover it up, and put it in the fridge overnight. The last time we made this, we had it in the fridge, a good 4 or 5 days, and it still was really good. So the price of this, if you went to a restaurant, it would be a lot more than making it at home. This is so much cheaper to make at home. Excuse me a minute. So now we're gonna go ahead and take it off, and we're gonna put this in our bowl. Look at that, isn't that pretty? See how it's holding pretty tight there? So it took probably about a total time of about 15 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. You can use whatever you got handy. Fortunately, I got a spatula right now. Oh yeah, nice and thick. That's what you want. Remember, you wanna make sure that you do it at least the night before. You know, a couple nights before, that's fine, because you wanna put it in the fridge so it gets hardened. And once you go to put it on your shrimp, you want to have butterfly shrimp. You can buy them butterflied or you can do them yourself. And what you're going to do is put them on your grill, your griddle, or whatever you have, and put about, I'd say about 1 teaspoon. So right now we're just going to cover these and they're going in the fridge. We'll show you what they look like when we cook them. All right.
Yeah, just do like half that. Going in with the egg yolk. Over the shrimp. And we have some fried crispy garlic.
Good. Stay on there.
Crispy garlic. Not yet.
Okay, so now comes the taste test. Here's the filet mignon.
I got lobster.
Oh, that smells.
Oh my God. If only you folks had smell-o-vision. It is phenomenal. And
It
let's
looks
try
amazing.
the egg yolk lobster. I can eat the egg yolk lobster by itself.
Yeah.
That is some kind
Go
of
for
good
some
people.
fried rice.
Oh,
Very good.
all right, folks. Make you some.